Bonjour
or bonsoir,
and welcome to our preview show of this year's Critérium du Dauphiné, the traditional warm-up race for the Tour de France.
Yeah, this year's event has attracted the majority of the world's top general classification at Grand Tour riders. And that's really no surprise, Matt, because for 3 of the last 4 years, the winner here has gone on to win the Tour de France.
This is the 68th edition of the race and it runs from the 5th to the 12th of June. And this year, it's particularly difficult to say the very least.
Yeah, right from the offset too. The prologue might only be 4 k's in length, but it's uphill. A very steep uphill too. Its average gradient is just a little under 10%. Now feast your eyes on this route profile and try not to weep for the riders. Their legs and lungs are going to be burning by the end of this one, but it's going to be good to watch.
It's going to give you nightmares. After the brutal opening prologue, stage 1 looks set fair to be a bunch sprint, suiting the likes of Nacer Bouhanni. And, well, that's pretty much it, because the field in relation to the fast men isn't particularly star-studded. But that, to be honest with you, is for pretty good reason.
Yeah, because already on stage 2, we have the first of a total of 4 hill or mountaintop finish stages in the race. And then the Queen stage comes on the penultimate day. So that is one of those typical modern, brutal, but very short mountainous stages where the first of 5 categorised climbs comes after just 6 k's of racing. Then in the middle, they will climb the Col de la Madeleine, which peaks at just under 2,000 metres. And at the end, they will climb up to Méribel, which is a 12-kilometre ascent, at an average gradient of 6.6%.
Yeah, and this is where the race could be decided. But if you look at the way the Dauphiné has panned out over the last couple of years, it's actually come down to the final day. And when you look at the profile of the final day in this year's race, that certainly could be absolute fireworks because it finished up a 3rd cat climb, preceded by a 1st cat 2. So it's going to go right down to the wire potentially.
So, who are the riders that we should be keeping our eye on? Well, the first one has to be last year's winner and also in 2013, Chris Froome. On both those occasions, he then went on to win the Tour de France a month or so later. Now, his form this year is a little bit of an unknown. Last time we saw him race was at the Tour of Romandy in April, and an untimely puncture there took him out of the GC, so he only finished 38th overall. However, subsequently, he got himself into a couple of breakaways and did manage to take a stage win. He comes here with a phenomenal team, including the likes of Mikel Landa and Wout Poels for the mountains. So this is going to be a big test on his run up to the Tour.
Which he'll definitely need when you look at Alberto Contador's season so far. He's riding the Dauphiné, he's never won it before, but he's in fine form. And this isn't his last season either, so he's clearly remarkably motivated. But look at his consistency over the year. Yeah. He was 3rd in Algarve, he was 2nd in Paris-Nice, 2nd in Catalonia, and then won Pays Basque, and he's super focused and motivated.
Yeah, that is true, but another Mr. Consistency this year has been the Frenchman from FDJ, Thibaut Pinot. He has competed in 6 stage races and never finished worse than 5th overall. He's taken a couple of wins en route as well. Now, he normally chooses the Tour de Suisse as preparation for the Tour, so he'll be particularly motivated now that he's chosen his home race on home roads in front of home fans.
And look at his improved TT ability, he could be a definite threat.
Yeah.
Now, another rider we should be watching out for is Fabio Aru, who, quite incredibly, considering he's already won the Vuelta, will be participating for the very first time in the Tour de France in July. But he has had a bit of a troubled lead up to the Dauphiné. Remember, his team pulled him out of an aborted Classics campaign, an Ardennes Classics campaign, with an injury. So it'll be interesting to see what his form's like on very little racing, although he can perform on very little racing, as we know.
Essential for him at the moment. Other riders to watch include Richie Porte, former teammate of Froome's of course, that's now at BMC. He'll be leading that squad. We've also got the likes of Romain Bardet of AG2R, who lit things up on the descents as much as the climbs last year. Andrew Slansky and Pierre Rolland will be leading Cannondale. We've got Bauke Mollema from Trek Segafredo, Joaquin Rodriguez as well for Katusha, and the Yates twins, if Simon gets the go-ahead, will be leading Orica Green Edge. So it's a star-studded GC field.
It certainly is, and when you think about other GC riders who aren't there, there's only the likes of Van Garderen, you've already mentioned, and Nairo Quintana, who are missing.
Yeah, so I think it's time for us to lay our cards on the table and make our infamous predictions. Thibaut Pinot.
Oh, I wanted Thibaut Pinot.
That's a good choice, isn't it? Who are you getting?
Contador, Alberto.
Oh, I wanted him.
Well, do you want to swap?
No, I'm happy with Pinot now. Well, I have to say, I'm really looking forward to watching that race, particularly, in fact, the prologue. Now, if you would like some more GCN content, then if you have a look up there, you will see Matt and Si having a look at the effects of extra weight when you're climbing.
Now, me and Si had another look at the effects of something. Now, the Col de la Madeleine goes up to around 2,000 metres. Now, in this video, if you click just down here, we had a look at the effects of altitude on performance.
And don't forget to subscribe. Click on the globe.